How many ticket requests did you have for Saturday's game?
A whole lot. My auntie actually ended up handling all that, so thankful for her. But yeah, I think I have like 80 plus people coming, so it should be fun. It's crazy.
Was that a hard one 2 years ago? Just because I'm sure you would have wanted to go down there and play. Was that a hard one to watch from up here?
Yeah, for sure. But everything happens for a reason. I knew it would come back around once I played last year, so it's great to be able to go out playing at home, playing back home my senior year.
What makes that Cal secondary group so good?
I'd just say those guys have experience. I've been watching a lot of film on them. They're great players. You know, we're for sure going to have to come to play, and we will. But they have a great group. They're long, tall. They got some speed on them, so just got to come ready to play.
Do you remember anything about that 2018 game that you feel like you guys can utilize, maybe exploit on them?
Yeah, we just got to work on our releases. We've been focusing on that a lot more. They do a few things in press that we noticed, so, you know, just doing different things to make it seem like they can't guess what we're doing. So you just got to, you know, always come out there with something new.
Easop, did you, in your early weeks and months here, did you get a chance to interact much with Gabe Marks?
No, never talked to him. When his senior year was my first year playing at JUCO, so yeah, I didn't know too much about WSU at all.
Have you seen much film of him?
Yeah,
The way he played the
yeah, great player. I've taken parts of my game from his. We still watch film on him sometimes with Coach Spurrier, and he was a great player. Just the way he got in and out of his breaks, the way he stacked, just a lot of things. So it was good to be able to, you know, take some things from his game.
Have you spent much time at the Berkeley Stadium?
Yeah. Growing up, because that's the closest stadium to me. Is Cal and Stanford. So I went to my fair share of Cal games growing up.
You guys have been really efficient on offense. I think this is one of the most efficient offenses you guys have had here at WSU since Coach has been here. Do you have any reason to believe why this team has been more efficient at yards per play and things like that than some of the last teams?
I'll just say playing with confidence and being that our whole outside group has pretty much came back, has, you know, has made our confidence level even rise even more, and having Gordo playing with that confidence, and, you know, we're just always on one accord, you know, always talking out there, being that we're an air raid offense, so, you know, it just all comes together.
Do you think part of it's also he's maybe more willing to look downfield and not necessarily taking risks, but he's maybe looking downfield more for receivers and trying to get more yards per play out of those passing situations?
Yeah. I feel like Gordo, he goes through his progressions pretty well, and like I said, we're an unselfish group, so who's ever, you know, driving the ball down the field, catching. Sometimes we might not catch as many balls as we want going down the field, but, you know, whoever that guy is catching the balls, we're happy for whoever it is.
Last one.
What's it like watching Gordon? I mean, he's on pace right now to have more than 5,000 yards passing. He'd be the first Pac-12 quarterback to ever do that, but certainly break all the WSU records in that regard. And from your perspective, what it's like to watch a quarterback, you know, light up a scoreboard like that?
I always knew from the moment I met him he had the potential to be great. So for me, it's kind of like I knew this was coming at some point, and, you know, God works in mysterious ways. You know, he had to wait. So seeing what he's doing now is, to everybody else, is like, whoa, but, you know, from the moment I met him, I was like, this guy's special. So happy for him.
So it's not just his game, it's his personality.
Yeah, personality for sure. He plays with a chip on his shoulder. I think that's for sure what helps him play better out there. He knows that he's going to be talking out there. He knows what I'm saying. He's going to be locked in from the first quarter to fourth quarter, and he brings it every game.
Thanks, Easop.